49ers just wrapped up day one of training camp behind me. Brandon Ayuk showed up, but didn't practice. Trent Williams didn't show up, didn't practice. I don't know, maybe he was here. I never saw him. Christian McCaffrey showed up, didn't practice. Otherwise, people were here. Isaac Yiadom had a great day. He's pretty good. Debo tried to beat him deep and couldn't get open at all. Yiadom shut him down. Also, Malik Mustafa had a beautiful interception ranging across from center field to break up a pass. No, excuse me, to intercept a pass. He looks good. He's fast. Run defense, not so good. Gave up lots of long runs to pretty much everyone except Isaac Guerendo, who went down and seemed to injure his right ankle. More information on him coming up, but really the big news was Brandon Ayuk here, but not practicing. He walked by early with a big bottle of water, and he seemed like he's in great shape and hydrated, for sure. Backup quarterback competition, they're not good. Joshua Dobbs is terrible, and Brandon Allen is less bad, but really, I miss watching Trey Lance. Can I say that? It would have been fun to have two good young quarterbacks on the team as opposed to one, but at least they have Brock Purdy, who looked good today. It was a typical Purdy day. No interceptions for Brock, which is a great day for him. He tried to throw some deep passes and didn't complete any of them. It's not really what this team does that well, but he's money. Really good quarterback who didn't throw any picks in practice today, which is, you got to give him credit for that. So, no pads. Really, the biggest problem with practice today was every single, and I think I said this already, but every single time the Niners ran the ball, it's a huge game. Whatever they did to fix the run defense, thank you very much. Doesn't look like it fixed the run defense. So, Malik Collins, Devondre Campbell, Leonard Floyd, Javon Hargrave, Nick Bosa, you got a lot to answer for against the run. Let's see what the coach has to say about that. The 49ers just had their first practice of training camp. Here's who stood out. Keep in mind the players didn't wear pads. The first padded practice will be Monday. And the big news today was who didn't show up. So I'm starting with the not so good. Please forgive me. The not so good. Trent Williams. While everyone was worried about whether Brandon Ayuk would show up to training camp, Williams was the one who ultimately held out. He didn't show up, which means the Niners have to fine him. And he didn't show up because he wants an extension, which the 49ers have no choice but to give him because he's the most important player on the team. Without him, they have the worst offensive line in the league. And they just gave Christian McCaffrey an extension because he had no guaranteed money left on his previous deal. So they have to give Williams the same treatment. Not a great way to kick off training camp. Brandon Ayuk, he showed up to practice, but he didn't participate. Instead, he walked the field while holding a giant water bottle and then left. But at least he was there. After practice, Kyle Shanahan said Ayuk sat out because he has a sore neck and back. He also said Ayuk is holding in. So take the comment about the neck and the back with a grain of salt. I expect Ayuk and the 49ers will agree to a contract extension before the first padded practice of camp on Monday. Call me an optimist. Running back Christian McCaffrey, he showed up to camp and participated in individual drills, but not team drills. It seems like McCaffrey will practice every other day this offseason, which is surprising because he's only 28. No wonder he's not a captain. Wide receiver Debo Samuel. He showed up to camp in outstanding shape and participated in every drill like a true captain, but despite his best intentions, he still struggled to beat man-to-man coverage and catch the ball. On one play, he ran a fade route against Isaac Yiadom and got pushed out of bounds. On another play, Samuel ran a deep crossing route against zone coverage and dropped a pass that was thrown slightly below his waist. At this point in his career, he has clear limitations which the 49ers have to work around. The entire run defense gave up long runs to every running back except Isaac Guerendo. More on him in a minute. Literally every time a running back other than Guerendo carried the ball, he burst through the Niners' run defense for a huge gain. To be fair, the defense couldn't tackle, but still, they weren't even close to the running backs. Isaac Guerendo, running back Isaac Guerendo, the only running back who struggled to find daylight on the ground. Then on one play, he carried the ball to his right, tripped, fell, and pulled his hamstring, an injury which will require an MRI. Talk about a bad first day for a rookie. Linebacker Devondre Campbell, he gave up a 20-yard catch to backup tight end Eric Sobert who is painfully slow. The 49ers need a young linebacker to step up because Campbell looks washed up. Cornerback Renardo Green. He gave up a 10-yard catch to Deebo Samuel while playing press man coverage in the slot. Samuel ran a quick slant and Green couldn't get his hands on him. Cornerback Ambry Thomas. He did what he always does. Get beat repeatedly. Joshua Dobbs. He's not good. On his worst play, he had Danny Gray open deep but underthrew the pass and got intercepted by rookie safety Malik Mustafa. Quarterback Brandon Allen. He's not good either. On his final throw of practice, he nearly got intercepted by Rock Ya-Sin while throwing a late checkdown pass to Jordan Mason. The Niners need to give Tanner Mordecai some reps during team drills. Today they gave him 0. The good. Cornerback Isaac Yiadom. He was the second best cornerback on the field after Travarius Ward. As I mentioned earlier, Yiadom broke up a deep pass intended for Samuel. Yiadom is a taller cornerback who always plays with lots of confidence when he's in press man-to-man coverage. In zone, he can be a bit conservative. Strong safety Malik Mustafa. He ran from the middle of the field to intercept a pass near the sideline, which means he's fast. And that should come as no surprise considering he ran a 4.54 at the combine. If Talanoa Hufanga isn't ready for week 1, I expect Mustafa will start in his place. Wide receiver Jawan Jennings. He was the best wide receiver on the field today with Ayuk sitting out. Jennings beat Diamador Lenore with a quick out route to the left and then beat Ambry Thomas with the dig route over the middle. Jennings seems locked in. Cornerback Travarius Ward. He gave up 0 catches. He was targeted once by Brock Purdy while covering Jawan Jennings, who ran a curl route on 3rd down, and Ward broke up the pass with ease. He might be the best player on the defense. He's so freaking good. Linebacker D. Winters. He closes extremely quickly on runs outside the tackles and checkdowns in the flat. He's clearly the best outside linebacker on the team, not named Dre Greenlaw, and should start next to Fred Warner until Greenlaw returns. Tight end Eric Sobert. He caught a 20-yard pass early in practice and established that he's the favorite to be the number 2 tight end this season. Tight end Cameron Latu. He didn't get targeted in team drills per se, but he also didn't drop a pass in warmups, which is a phenomenal start for Latu, who couldn't catch anything last year. Quarterback Brock Purdy. He didn't throw any interceptions, which is good for Purdy because he has a tendency to telegraph his throws in practice. So he was efficient and safe. Twice he threw the ball deep, once to Deebo Samuel and once to Jacob Cowing, and both passes fell incomplete. So the deep pass is still a work in progress, but it's not a big feature of the 49ers offense anyway, and it will improve when Ayuk returns.